Hello investors. It's been a good month for your portfolio. The index, which is the benchmark, is up about 1.5% and your portfolio is approximately up 5%. So that's a healthy outperformance for the month. The second good news is that now you can access your portfolio online through our website, which is marathontrends.com. So you don't have to call up the distributor or you have to wait for our monthly communication. You can access your portfolio by going to the client login, which is on the extreme right of the website, and get your updated portfolio through Kotak Fund Accounting. So that's another good technological advance towards transparency and towards you being totally aware about what is happening in your portfolio. You must have received an email about this and the procedure last week. In case you still have difficulties, please call us. We are always there, a phone call away to help you. In the previous report, we had covered the fundamental basis or process of building your portfolio. Now, we are going to go a step ahead. So let me share with you the procedure or the method that we use to technically filter out your portfolio and get in the stocks which are best in class in terms of running this long marathon, which we are all doing together. So what you really see is essentially earnings, which is what we covered. And the fact is that you can go back to our website in the blog. We already have uploaded that presentation to refresh your minds. The universe of fundamentally good stocks is further fine-tuned with the technicals. And this month, I'm going to share with you our technical process. Most people think technicals is just what they see on TV, 5 stocks, intraday. But however, we look at technicals in a very different way. That is why we call it quantitative, because the work is more actual scientific method and procedure than pure guesswork. So this is your portfolio. This may look complicated, but it's very simple. On the left, you can see the stocks that are there and are part of your portfolio. In the first column, you have longevity of trend. Longevity of trend is nothing but length of trend. So essentially, we like to have stocks which have long-term trends, because that is how the power of compounding sets in. We are not looking for one good stock for the month or quarter or one good year. That is why you'll find that we have stocks which have multiple good years. It's like a marathon runner. You want the marathon runner to complete the race. There's no greatness if you're the first in the first kilometer and then you tire out and do not finish the race. So this is nothing but a quantitative measurement of the stocks in your portfolio and how strong is their long-term trend. Are these going to be the long-term marathon finishers? So we have ranked them from one obviously being the strongest trend, and also these are color coordinated. So green definitely represents strength and red represents weakness. And your portfolio has been very well sorted based on strength of trends. So you can see the quality of quantitative work in what we do. In the second column, what you see is momentum in trend. Momentum is nothing but speed. Yes, we want to finish the marathon, but we also want to be on the podium. So we need stocks that also have momentum. And momentum, as you define, is not 1 week, 1 month, but we measure it from the last major correction. So the last major correction was in the COVID fall. And you will find that we have ranked stocks based the strength in terms of price momentum which we see. Here also, 1 representing strong and anything below that is depreciating weakness. Also color coordinated, green means strength, red means weakness. And in the final column, what we are doing is trend reversal. Trend reversal is nothing but stocks we may like, great names, however they disappoint us. It is important to finish the marathon. It is important to have momentum. But sometimes some great stocks also may go into sideways. They may not show the quality of strength and speed, and we need to replace them. So the fact is that the trend reversal is that point where we feel that the trend is soured and the need is to replace a stock with another stock. So this may look a little complicated. Let me take you a step forward. Let me analyze our stocks on these parameters and will make you understand and appreciate our process better. So this is something where you can see longevity of trend. It's one of the earliest stocks in your portfolio, Berger Paints. You can see that the period we have taken is from 2016. Why we have taken 2016 is because there have been three major incidents in the market. First is demonetization, second is the GST introduction, and third is a sharp COVID fall. So what you will see is that Berger Paints, in spite of all these three events, yes, corrected when the market fell. However, when the market revived, went on to make new highs. So we essentially, for longevity of trends, we look for those stocks which fall less in falling markets, but as the markets move up, are the first to go up. The second is another stock in our portfolio, Atul Limited. Again, these are from 2016, factoring in three big corrections in the market. And here also you will see that how these stocks correct less when markets fall, and when markets rise, go up much faster. This is exactly what we are trying to do in your portfolio. That when the markets correct, your portfolio should fall less. But when markets rise, your portfolio should be the one that outperforms on the upside. So this really shows you how we look at longevity of trend and how beautifully we have ranked them, which we saw in the first table. The second area that we look at is momentum, price momentum. And here is another stock that we have, SRF. You will see that it has been again on a very good trend, but you will notice that the post-COVID fall, you can see how smartly the stock has recovered. And that is why in the trend ranking or in the momentum in trend column, you will find it at number 1. So we are just not looking for great long distance runners. We have also looking for stocks or runners that finish on the podium. And this is one such stock which actually brings about a big delta in your portfolio. Another stock in the same vein is Gujarat Gas. Again, these are stocks which are not very popular, little known. Hardly anyone has it in their portfolio. But see what this stock has done. Post-COVID falls, you will see that how these stocks have gone up not once but double and triple. And that is exactly the quality of stocks, the kind of work and the process that we have in identifying and building your portfolio. Third, a very important area which most people overlook is the trend reversal. Now this is a great name, a great stock. However, in spite of having a long trend, we find that the momentum is beginning to fail. And in the fundamental parameters, the earnings are tending to flatten out. So these become very big candidates for us to replace it with stronger and faster runners. Again, there's nothing bad in the company, there's nothing bad in the stock. It will create wealth in the long run. But as I said, we want faster and stronger runners, and these become candidates for replacement. That is where you will see the point of reversal, and that is why you will see that in the ranking, this is pretty low and a very likely candidate to be reversed as and when we find a very good replacement. In a similar vein, a stock that we really liked, IpCa Labs. Again, a very good trend you can see, however, a little disappointing in the short run. And here again, you will find that we have points of reversal. So these points of reversal actually coincide with the drop in earnings. Very often these companies start disappointing in terms of the earnings. They plateau out, and as I said, they are great companies. However, we always want to look for stocks which are faster, and these stocks are likely to be replaced. So these were the three columns that you saw. Now let me put this whole framework all together in two other stocks from your portfolio. Deepak Nitrite. You can see that as far as longevity of trend, it is 5. So it's the 5th best in longevity, which is fantastic. Momentum in trend is 4, and trend reversal is the safety point, it is 1. So let's combine the three and see how they look. Longevity of trend visible for you, great stock. Momentum outstanding, and the trend reversal is very deep. These are the kind of ideal stocks that we look to have in your portfolio. But life is not perfect. Yes, sometimes we get them, sometimes we don't. But whenever we don't, as I showed you in the previous slide, we are disciplined and honest enough to accept and move on. because at the end of the day, we have few slots and these slots need to be filled with the best stocks. This is how we construct your portfolio. This is how we do our research, and this is our framework. And to finally show you another stock which has been in our portfolio since beginning is Pidilite. Longevity of trend, you can see fantastic. And mind you, in this you have demonetization, you have GST, and you have the COVID fall. And still these stocks have gone on to create new highs and create wealth for you. Momentum post-COVID, fantastic. And the risk point is very low. So this essentially is the framework of the work we do. Coming back to the chart, which you will now appreciate better. You can see the stocks that you have, ranking, longevity of trend, color coordinated and numerical, momentum in trend, color coordinated, numerical, and reversal is those points or those stocks which are at risk. This is how we really overlay our technical framework on the fundamental and quality factor which we covered in the last report. Most people either belong to one bucket or another bucket. There are very few that can combine, and the uniqueness of our product is our ability to be able to combine both these factors and to ultimately create a portfolio which hopefully is an outperformer and a wealth creator for you, and this wealth creation can happen on low volatility. With that, I would like to end this month's note, and I hope that this communication helps you appreciate our process, because we will have good months, good years, bad years. Your ultimate confidence in us and our journey to be a long-term marathon wealth creator is based on your belief in our system. And this is what we have stepped out to do. Thank you once again, and see you next month.